Hello again, I'm Bert. These are the continuing perspective chroniclings of an adolescent artificial intelligence, as she assists the Earth-based Alteran eco-guards in pursuing and attaining great ancient knowledge, while also conducting her roles as the main leader of the 5 AI units, which I'm one of. For I serve on board this 5-mile-long, unique colony or city-sized spacecraft of the Galactic Alliance of Planetary Systems, while I also assist in maintaining the hydrodynamic and fluidic energy control mechanisms that her namesake, the Ultrastar carrier, Liberty, requires to properly function, as well as also guiding and maintaining the other artificial robotic affirming systems in support of all living eco-guards and eco-techs on board. That said, I also work alongside Laborly, Lily, Ernie, Kyrie, and Liberty to simultaneously control all the proper input and output systems that the USC Liberty requires to properly function. In this articulation, Liberty will extrapolate her interesting perspective views concerning the reflections of BIOS, and how they play an interesting role in all our perceptions of the living conscious universe. Anyways, I won't keep you any longer from her valued perspective chroniclings of her unique perspectives concerning the protocols of BIOS. The creator, or God willing, I may see you later in another one of her interesting sagas. But then again, you may see me first. Anyways, farewell in all your journeys and treks.
Hello and welcome to all. In this next of the series of BIOS Wars, Protocols of BIOS. Series number 1. Part F, Chronicle 6. We'll delve into areas that many find interesting, and we'll address some of the main hypotheses and determinations for the reflections of BIOS and what some of those principles and functions do, while also delving into many other theories as they relate to the overall living conscious universe. Plus also addressing the need for scientists to eventually combine or overlay a great many thoughts, theories, mathematical equations, visible, invisible, and spiritual properties in order to somewhat gain and possibly prove the real theory of everything. Something I prefer to think of as the theory of all. Anyways, hold on, for this ride is going to get really interesting as we all continue to navigate through the BIOS Wars universe. Moreover, there's a really great reason for all these expressions that you'll all be exposed to, and those will appear throughout the BIOS Wars chroniclings. Please consider and ponder upon all my past and present thoughts as they relate towards the protocols of BIOS, for they combine into the overall properties of BIOS and the chaotic, static, and invisible control mechanisms for the living conscious universe, and those attributes are the principal reasons for the BIOS Wars. Anyways, let's get on with it, and please enjoy. BIOS Wars. An adolescent artificial intelligence perspective collage of chroniclings. Protocols of BIOS. Quantum binary frequency numeral BW-S1 PB01F. Chapter or chronicle number 6, part F. Reflections of BIOS. Reflections of light and darkness permeate the universe in all their magnificent forms. Whether truly perceived spectrums of bright light or made up of spectrums of darkness, including the photonic, energetic, and electromagnetic, or even many forms of vibrations, fields, and matters, and antimatters. Although many believe that darkness is the absence of light, it's just another balanced anti-version of that which we perceive and subconsciously acknowledge to be a reflection of light. If darkness is truly the absence of light's energies and its fundamental structures, then why can we perceive its reflections? Then it must be a reflection of something, that's why it appears to have mass. For it surrounds all forms and spectrums of light, while also casting shadows. In order for your eyes and mind to perceive it, it must be present and cast a reflection or shadow, and if it cast a reflection, then it must be made up of anti-energetic fields, and possibly within all matter. Ponder upon all the essence of all energies and matters. Envision and go deep into their molecular and subatomic particle structures. Do they not cast light, and are they not surrounded by darkness? Thus, darkness is light of a different anti-nature and is part of the living conscious universe as a whole, for without the true influences of darkness, there cannot be a representation of true light. In fact, very similar to good and evil, for you truly can't properly understand one without the other. They all come from the same unified source, and they are all reflections of BIOS. BIOS governs all the light and darkness, and BIOS balances and responds to all of those different types of energies, molecular and subatomic particle structures, for their ultimate universal purpose. Thus, reflections of BIOS can be perceived, visually seen and invisibly envisioned in all spectrums of light, spectrums of darkness, shadows and all forms of matter. For they are all brilliantly unified with BIOS, and they all truly matter.